Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of McMillan and Morrow.
As usual,
I'm Dr. Sean McMillan. This is Rich the Morrow.
How
you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
It's good. So everybody, welcome. It's good to have you. Thank you for tuning in. We will bring you the sublime, the interesting, the ridiculous, and sometimes the insightful. But all of it is for your viewing pleasure, my people. So Rich is our guide, and I'll put my glasses on so I can see. You go blind when
Are those prescription?
Yeah. You want to see?
Fire prescription ones. Let's see. See if it raises my IQ.
What?
Heareth now, thou.
They look good on you.
They actually kind of do.
I know.
Can't see worth.
My glasses.
But okay.
Okay.
All right, my bad.
About to just really go.
I like those though. I felt like I just was like a genius for like 12 seconds.
You just see the world as shown for a second?
Yeah, it was like a whole.
He's
new
low key
perspective.
making fun of me, people.
I am. It was a
Okay.
whole different perspective.
And
I saw Socrates
you guys said, see,
and Descartes.
See, you said his name
And-
right, Descartes.
Rene Descartes.
There you go.
See?
See, people think I'm mean, but he low key makes more fun of me than I make of him.
Because I do it with a smile.
Mean with a
it's
smile.
different. You
Oh.
can't make fun of somebody and
makes it
have a
better.
straight face.
That makes it better.
You know, you gotta smile when you make fun of people sometimes. Question.
Answer. Riddle me this.
Do you believe in angels?
I believe only in God.
Did you know that I was an angel?
You are to the world.
So you do believe in angels to the world. Why'd you have to add that? See? Y'all saw that? See, that's how he's mean. And he said it with a
I
straight
said
face.
you're an angel to the world. What
Yeah,
up?
but you
What
had
would you like
to-
to be
you
an
didn't have
angel to
to-
Mars?
To you.
I'm in the world.
That was asked. Well, you just said you don't believe in them, and then you said to the world, as if it was like taking away the personal belief that you have in it.
No. Listen, I celebrated you long before you ever celebrated me. Am I right or wrong? You ain't got to think. Your soul.
I think it was mutual.
The devil is a lie. This is, no, we ain't
Angels
gonna have
and
it.
demons.
We ain't gonna have sin on the show today. Okay?
Look, we need to see this W in Morrow a little bit more.
See?
Oh,
What is happening with
We needed
you?
to see that W a little bit more.
What?
We winning. We
Who
can't
is
be
this
covering up
person?
the W's. But no, that was a question having to do with the story that we're about to do. That was why I asked.
And
about
my
that.
answer is I only believe in God. I don't believe in any of the
You don't
other-
believe in angels though?
I believe in God. Everything else is up for speculation.
But you do believe I'm an angel.
I like that answer.
I think you're an angel. It's not a belief.
You think?
Yeah,
okay,
you're-
so you have a strong inclination that I could be.
Okay.
Okay, got you.
Is there
According,
is there a balm in Gilead? Is there no healer there?
so what I'm getting at is
You have the worst British
Art.
a
accent
little bit, but
in the history of acting.
I really try to not bring it out, but it's really hard sometimes.
Are you okay?
According to ABC,
Are you okay?
we've had a long day. I haven't taken my medicine, people.
Like, what is going on?
I haven't taken my medicine.
You've
Sometimes
become like 3 different people.
Random accents happen to come out
What is happening?
when I don't take my medicine.
Okay.
I think it's a side effect of ADHD
Could you at
or
least
something.
try to read what's on that thing so we could have a
Okay,
show? We are on
You know what? Forget the iPhone. No, I'm playing.
We are on
Freestyle
TV.
this entire episode.
But the thing that they love about us on TV is the fact that we don't give a damn that we on TV. So,
Angels.
angels. According to ABC News, and this is an Australian story,
Of course.
I'm not going to read the headline, but Don Ritchie, known as the Angel of the Gap, that sounds interesting, has spent almost 50 years living under a notorious suicide spot called The Gap in Sydney, which I think I may have heard of. He has saved an estimated 160 people from attempting suicide by offering them kindness and an alternative to their despair.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
That's great.
that's incredible.
It's a
He
great
is an
story.
angel.
Yeah, he is an angel.
Right? And it says he regularly watches the cliff from his home and approaches individuals who seem suicidal. inviting them for tea and for a conversation. He doesn't try to counsel or advise them, but simply just offers his compassion and warm smile and a listening ear.
Does he have a success rate?
I mean, 160 people. It's amazing to me.
Out of how many, though?
I'm not sure.
Like if 1,000 have jumped, and he's only saved
That's
160.
but truth be told,
At least he tried.
that's more than most people ever will.
No, I'm just being, I'm just.
It says he received recognition for his efforts, including a Medal of the Order of Australia, one of the nation's highest civilian honors.
He should get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Absolutely should. And despite the challenges, he's had cancer, by the way. Him and his wife continue to offer their support to those in need, even while he's a cancer, bearing individual. And
Someone should nominate this man for a Nobel Peace Prize.
I think so too. Who is this quote by that you got on here?
It's a good question. I don't know, but it is a quote.
Well, there's a quote at the bottom that I could read having to do with his character. He's an angel. Most people would be too afraid to do anything, would probably sooner turn away and run away. But he had the courage and the charisma and the care and the magnetism to reach people who were coming to the end of their tether. And that sounds like it's a very profound thing to be doing in today's day and age, because I know it's not celebrated.
That was a
as
quote
popular.
from somewhere?
Someone that knows him.
Okay. From someone that knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But in today's day and age where stuff like that I feel like isn't popularized, we don't see that trending on TikTok or on the news or going viral. I commend that, because it takes a different kind of person with a different kind of heart to even want to spend their time doing such a thing when they got bigger things like cancer to worry about.
That made me think about a quote.
What is it?
Cry havoc. He who fought chaos with chaos cry havoc and slip the dogs of war.
And translate that into layman's terms?
Shakespeare.
Okay, that's why I said layman's terms.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that.
You don't know it in layman's terms?
I mean, I know what it is.
Okay.
But I don't know why I thought of that. So in the middle of that, I just started thinking
Yeah,
about it.
it's okay, Richard.
Yeah, I know. It's contagious. I mean,
My
you was
ADHD is
going
rubbing
on
off
and
on
on, and I just
You're
couldn't.
like, oh my God,
hold
sing me
on
some
anymore.
read me some Shakespeare.
I was
or
like,
something.
okay, we got it. He saved people from jumping.
Yeah, but I mean, 160 people, that is a lot of people. I mean,
lot of
considering
people.
there's only 365 days in a year, that's probably on average a few, dozen, maybe people a year. I don't know how long he's been doing it, but it's amazing. What would you say to this man if you ever met him? Because you'd said he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
No, I don't want to meet him because I would have to meet him on the cliff about the jump.
True.
I don't want to meet this man. I mean, yeah, I don't want to meet. I'm not.
I wasn't thinking in that capacity, but you got a
Okay.
good point.
We need him on the cliff.
How do we get more hymns?
He can't go to the store.
We need him. Now it's his job that he ain't
You need
getting
to stay
paid
on the
for.
cliff, sir.
Yeah, you're on cliff duty.
Right, somebody I know may be having a bad day.
But it makes me wonder. I'm surprised there's not something out there for spots that are notoriously known for stuff like that to monitor those kind of areas if that's something that they know happens often. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like the Golden Gate Bridge, for instance. I'm sure there's probably some cameras or something on there if people be jumping off the bridge and committing suicide.
We don't need a camera.
Something. I'm saying something to monitor
We
the
need what's his
situation to
name?
be able to help
Sydney?
people.
What's
We
his
need
name?
Don Ritchie. I want to ask you some questions about this though, because
There's more questions about this?
yeah, no, I want to put you in the category of an angel too. So that's why
I don't want to be an angel.
you're one of my angels, because you definitely have saved my life a time or two.
No,
You never know how
I'm
far a
just
simple
showing.
act can go though.
I can't put this on camera.
Has anybody else other than me ever called you an angel?
I almost said something.
Thank
you,
that
Lord.
won't get you fired.
Can you imagine what I said?
Yeah, I can. I know you.
Thank you.
I do.
Yeah.
You have. In simple terms. Okay.
simple terms.
I'm glad you don't have ADHD. And didn't
I don't.
go off
My
the rails.
capacity for focus is extraordinary.
You focused in on that one
Do you hear
real
me?
quick.
I was like, zoop.
You're like, hold on.
Oh, no, let me roll that back.
Real fast.
Don't give out too much, Dr. Sean.
Okay, then. Before we go to our break, then.
Already?
Oh, mind you, that quote that I read was from a survivor that he saved, by the way. The quote that I read
Would they
earlier.
be called a survivor if they didn't jump?
I mean, they're
True.
I guess.
What's not a survivor? Rescuee?
Hey, yeah.
What's he laughing at?
I'm trying to think of what do you call
I'm a
them?
philosopher, people.
And-
I analyze terms.
They survived and
Person.
almost
The
attempted
person that
suicide.
person,
What do you call that?
intervention, person,
Interventionee?
interventionee,
Interventionee? Made up
recipient.
a new word. One of the people that benefited from his kindness.
That was the quote from them.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever met any angels? Like him, like people that feel like have the same kind of heart as him.
Absolutely, 100%.
Any that come to mind?
You mean other than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the? Wait, no. This is a better question.
Yeah.
Who's the kindest human you think you've ever met? I'm not searching for me as an answer. by the way.
compliment?
Yeah, no, I'm not expecting. Although it would be nice.
You are one of the kindest people I've ever met.
You think?
I do.
Most selfless person you could think of. I don't know. I don't know if
I know a couple. Jackie Kegler.
Who's that?
I used to work with her down in Long Beach.
Okay, that's really
Doris Rivers.
nice. Doris.
You know Doris?
I know
That's
Doris.
my admin. Two very kind people.
Just kind to the
Just
bone.
kind people. You hear me?
Yeah.
They don't mean no harm.
No harm to nothing, never.
They just kind.
They're just kind. I love them kind of people. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some others, but those are the two that come to
Which
mind.
says a lot that one of them happens to be somebody that literally helps you do everything that you do.
I know, Doris. Doris Rivers, yeah.
So and how did you and Doris meet? You never told me this.
And we met in Chicago.
Okay.
We actually worked together.
Is
in
she from the
Chicago.
Midwest?
Yeah, she's from Chicago.
Midwest people, look at us.
Okay.
Should go for
How
it.
did this turn into
Go
a
for
moment
it.
of self-congratulation?
If she was from New York, you would have claimed that too.
I was claiming the kindness,
Yeah, no.
not the region
Yeah, I
from
was
which
just
it
saying.
emerges.
Just not surprised she's from the Midwest. But you said you met in Chicago. How?
What if I don't want to disclose
You
all
don't want to disclose that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we worked together at church.
Oh, okay.
We met
That's
at
cool.
church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doris. Did she watch the show?
She does.
She does. Shout out to Doris. Shout out to you, Doris. Thank you
Doris is
for
great.
taking care of Doc and myself at times.
Yeah, Doris has been there for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
That's right.
She sure is an angel.
She is. I say to people, if you don't like, I say this about Jackie too. If you don't like Doris, there's something wrong with
Something wrong with you.
you. Like there's something wrong with
But you know what's crazy? Some of the kindest people I know have gotten the most from life and people that I've seen. And it's crazy. People take advantage of their kindness so much.
Yeah, it
and I've seen
happens.
it tear them apart. And it's like, how could you be?
Who's the nicest person you've ever met? If you say me, you're lying.
Well, I'm not going to say you.
Of course not. Because
You're one of the most
everybody thinks I'm mean.
You're one of the most compassionate, but I wouldn't say the kindest.
Yeah, I'm not.
I would say my girlfriend right now is one of the most kind people I've ever met, to be honest. I haven't met too many people like her. She genuinely lives to want to serve and help other people. I haven't really seen that many people. Next kindest, I would say, would be, I think there's two people. And it's funny because their birthdays are the day before and the day
Could you
after
just
mine.
spit it out?
Sorry, ADHD kicking in. Friend of mine. Don't let me get to thinking too long. Don't let me get to thinking. If I start thinking
Could
longer
you
than 5
just
seconds, you
spit
know
it?
the next thing that comes out of my mouth is
bananas.
probably going to be off topic.
Hey,
So
what's funny is that I saw you.
I was
I
thinking.
saw you falling in.
It was a lot.
And
I'm
I
like-
thought they're gonna think I'm mean again, but I can't sit it.
I've met so many people that it's like hard for me to even try to do that.
And
but
they are.
I would say my friend John.
Okay.
His name's John Bullock. He used to be a professional poker player.
Okay.
And now him and his wife run an Airbnb company and helping other people.
And the other one.
And the other one is my friend CJ that we were going to visit on that island in Australia.
Oh, okay.
And CJ,
When your stalker came.
Listen to CJ. I got to give a brief summary on CJ because this is amazing.
Okay.
He snuck into the country. Not snuck, but he.
Don't get him to
Sorry,
change.
CJ. He came to America. Oh no. He came to America as a model, right? Like doing modeling for like Nike and whatnot.
Got it.
Ended up in Vegas doing work for Nike. That's where we and him met. He stayed in the country because he got booked for Cirque du Soleil out in Vegas, and he overstayed his welcome. But he became an artist as well, like painting, and that's what he does now. But he became a full-time painter and working and doing Cirque du Soleil. for years, but he's one of the most kind, genuine, when you just can tell somebody genuinely means what they say all the time. He's one of them kind of people, and him and John are the same way.
No, Tyler's like that.
Yeah, but he's like to the point where I know no matter what's going on in the world, he's somewhere being kind right now, all the time. And, it's amazing because I'm like, you don't meet too many people like that. And I try to have that effect because I just want to see people be that way more. You got to be the change you want to see in the world.
I don't try to have that kind of effect.
Yeah, you take a different approach. But, yeah, him and John and CJ, I would say. And fun fact, CJ's birthday is the day after mine and John's the day before mine. Okay. Which is crazy. But that has no correlation to why I think they're the kindest people I know. I just think they genuinely have had some of the most pure hearts, in addition to probably my girlfriend that I've met. And Juice. Juice is one of the, when he's not jaded.
Notice how the list is getting longer and I'm still not on
that's
it?
my best friend for people that know. My best friend, I feel like.
The list I'm with the 4 or 5 people.
It's 3 people.
And I'm nowhere. 3. No, 4. You can't count your girlfriend, Jake and Matt.
John and CJ.
Jake and Matt.
Girlfriend, John, 4.
4. Right. I think Jake, Matt, Bill.
Jake, Matt, Bill.
I don't know these people's
names. You gonna name every white name?
Billy.
Steven.
Jack.
And mind you, okay, CJ I said is Australian. John is mixed.
Whatever. I'm not talking about the race.
I was just letting you know.
I don't care.
But what was I gonna say? What were we just talking about after that?
You see? You're supposed to be guiding the
It's
show.
your fault. You took me off topic.
People, it's his job to guide the show, and he's lost. Okay. So now I have to step in and do both. Hold on. And you people think I'm the mean one. You give him all the nice.
Getting lost has nothing to do with not being
You give him all the
kind.
nice messages. Oh, Rich, you're so wonderful. What about the mean guy over there?
I'm not mean.
They call me mean.
I know.
They like you. They don't
Why do you think they call you that?
I don't know. I'm not
don't?
mean. No, I'm
You don't think you know?
I'm really nice.
You are. But why do you think they call you mean?
Because they're confused.
Oh.
They're confused.
That's it. They're just confused.
Yes.
All right, confused people. We're going to be right back.
In your hearts, you know you love
2
me.
or 3 minutes after we
And
pay
I
some of
love
these
you
bills.
too. Okay? Whatever he said.
No one does nosy better than me. Photos. We found 378 photos.
He good what he do, because I don't know how he found that.
These are years of snooping, okay? I know you nosy too. Head over to Nosy where you can watch full episodes of The Karamo Show and be nosy with me.
We're back, everybody. And it's good to be back with you. We left you, we missed you, and now we have returned. All right.
We are going to our Q&A.
Okay, these are good.
And
These are usually
you won't
good.
believe who our first question is from.
But I often don't know.
Yeah, but you're definitely.
I know this person.
You pretty much
you do.
never know.
This person might be in the room, may or may not.
Oh, it's Tyler. What's Tyler want to know that he's not supposed
Come on,
to be
Tyler,
asking?
give it to him straight.
Well, I mean, it's more of it's a question, but it's also in the form of a statement.
Mm-hmm.
So, philosopher Alain de Botton,
You know who that
he's quoted saying, "Loneliness is the tax we have to pay to atone for a certain complexity of mind." Do you find it hard to connect with most people?
Me?
Yeah, because of the complexity of mind that you do have.
Yeah.
And does it make you feel lonely sometimes because there are so
Oh,
few
I feel
people?
lonely all the time, often. But I have a hard time connecting with people because I find most people not to be very interesting.
Dumb.
Well, but that's that.
I think most people are stupid.
Okay,
No.
see, you're gonna make them think that I'm mean again.
You said it on the air like 15 times.
I don't think I've ever quite put it in those terms.
How did he work?
Well, he wouldn't mean it that way either, because it's not. There's
I'm
no
just completely
belittling in it.
joking,
You know,
but
it's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
the reality.
He doesn't
Could you
find
clean
people-
it up
I'm
before-
sorry. So I didn't mean that literally, but he finds most people not very interesting because a lot of them are not up to his level of intellect.
Okay,
And that is very boring.
That
to
is
him.
not what, you know.
Cleaned it up though.
You
I'm-
made
You
it
ain't tell me
worse.
how much to clean it up.
You made it worse.
No, you
sorry.
don't find most people interesting
You
because
actually made
most
it
people
worse.
literally don't pique your interest
Was
at
this
all.
supposed to be a good question?
Well, no, well, I was just asking you sincerely.
What's happening?
That's a good question.
Aaron, jump in at
Do
any
you find it
moment.
hard to connect with most people because your mind is so complex? That's the question.
No,
You don't?
not because I think my mind is so cool. That makes me sound like.
Why do you think you find it
Wait,
hard to
the
connect?
question makes me sound like I think I'm so much smarter than
No,
everybody.
no.
Nah.
It does.
To you,
Smartness and complexity aren't the same.
don't get defensive.
Well, because I don't like the connotation.
Well, let's say it a little kinder and softer.
Everyone is complex. Not everyone understands that about themselves. Don't have the language to talk about it.
I'm going to say this in a nice way.
Oh God, I cannot.
Okay.
Do you have difficulty in your life, Dr. Sean?
What are you doing?
I'm being the therapist here.
You are not
So,
being
Dr.
my
Sean,
therapist.
Dr. Sean,
Yes.
because you're getting defensive, I'm just wondering, did that trigger you because of the complexity of your mind? Or does it trigger you because you feel that you're lonely for other reasons? Oh, he's on the spot. Glasses on. Here we go.
What's triggering me?
Here we go.
Is
Buckle up, people. Buckle up. I'm going to put my seatbelt on.
You don't have a seatbelt over
It's
there.
on now.
Oh man.
No, I think loneliness is. I think it's normal.
What do you think about the quote, you're born alone, you're going to die alone?
Well, you are,
I mean,
and you do.
literally, but are you really dying alone if you've got,
Ain't nobody dying with you.
unless you're on a plane?
But even then, but even in how you experience your death
Yeah.
is singular.
Very
Yeah,
solitary.
you could be dying in a room full of 1 million people, but your experience of death
It's gonna be
cannot
yours.
be shared.
Yeah.
The moment of actual demise is not a shared experience.
So do you think part of being human is learning how to be alone?
It's like the logic of that would mean you're not living with everybody,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Well, kind of are
Well,
on Earth.
You kind of not,
I mean, we're kind of all here.
and we're kind of all not living in your house.
We all kind of not in the same house,
Right,
too,
so-
though.
but you get the point,
Yeah, I
right?
get what you said.
Your proximity does not constitute a certain quality of a thing.
That's true.
So,
So you can be lonely in a room full of people. You
Yeah.
can be.
what is the force of this question? To discover the nature of my loneliness?
No, we're just trying to see if you think that being lonely is something that comes with the complexity of being
Of being smart?
not just smart, because being complex doesn't equate to just being intelligent either. I know
When
plenty
you
of
say
complex
complex,
people. Complexity
you
of
mean
your
what?
mind
Just
contributes to your loneliness.
Nuanced?
Yeah, or finding
But-
it difficult to connect with people because you are so complex and you're like, this person ain't for me because they just don't get me, or they don't have enough going on upstairs for me to want to keep them around, you know?
Yeah, I think that it's probably true for a lot of people.
Yeah, and you got standards. That's all it is. It's like, what level of standard do you have for people having space in your life?
What I find is I don't find a lot of people interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't find what a lot of people are interested in interesting. So there's a certain connection I have with that kind of person,
I feel that.
but it's not like a real substantive, ongoing.
Yeah, and you can keep them at a certain distance when you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not interested. It's like the story y'all wanted to do about the guy
Yeah, the
locking people in the room.
$500,000
I don't want to sit around and talk about that.
I know.
I mean, it's just, and the rest of the world may be talking about it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's
I
interesting.
love how you do that because this is having an effect on me too. As I scroll now these days and I see things that I just don't care about no more. I don't even like look at the comments no more. I don't even read the caption.
Oh, God.
I'm just like, it's okay to just scroll past this and not have an opinion.
Yeah, and the world is not going to end
Absolutely not.
or turn on this.
And they're still going to be talking about it whether you have an opinion or not.
Exactly.
And it's not going to change. Question number 2 from
Number
a viewer
2.
of ours.
Yes.
Why did you decide to stop being a preacher?
Because it's not something I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Honest answer.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. When I do it sometimes now, I enjoy it, but I
Full
wanted to.
time is not something you want.
I wanted to do other things. I wanted to do this.
Yeah. You want to have more freedom to do other things than just be in the church, or what?
Yeah, I don't know if it's about freedom because
Yeah,
I was
you were
pretty-
already free.
I was pretty free at the church.
I want to be free.
But you know, I don't want to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just that wasn't a title that you wanted to just continue to just have
Well,
define.
I wanted to do other things.
I feel that, and there's nothing wrong with
Because
that.
I don't want to say too much.
No, that's a good enough
and then,
answer.
And then I end up going back.
Being Richard, and
No, I end up being called back. You know,
Yeah.
like somebody calls me with an offer I can't refuse, and then they play this tape. They're like, "But you said
you
know,
wasn't gonna do that,
right." So
Yeah.
I think with me, that's like people when they say, "Would you ever run for president?" And the person goes, "Oh, I would never run for president."
Like, don't say that.
And then they end up running for
Running for
president,
president one day.
and they got to respond to this tape.
Yeah.
So for me, I wanted to have a more rounded experience and do some other things with my gifts and talents, and just step away and let some other folks be good at
Do
that.
Yeah, diversified your portfolio.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the next question because you're. Oh, actually, you might care. You like pizza.
No, do I like pizza?
Is pineapple an acceptable topping on pizza?
No.
You just stand there.
Wait a minute. This one over here, you like pineapple?
I do.
I love pineapple.
You
do
look
love-
like you like
I do love
pineapple
pineapple
on your
on pizza.
pizza.
It's only
great.
because he's tan. It's a Hawaiian thing, not a white reference or anything.
See, people, and y'all think I'm mean, okay? I'm going to point this
I'm
out
saying
every
you're
time
only
it
saying
happens,
that because he is.
because I get the mean messages.
Why do he look like he like pineapple on his pizza then? Let's hear you explain why. Give me a better answer than what I said.
Because he looks eclectic.
Get the hell out of here. You can't just use a bigger word and pick the
Don't
best.
get mad.
Makes it better.
Don't get
no.
mad.
No, I'm not
Because
buying
you
that
tried
one.
it and it
I'm
failed.
calling BS. I can't
Don't
even say
get
the second
mad
word.
because you tried it and it failed.
You just used a bigger word.
Because you
that
didn't think
majority of our
you didn't
viewers
see
isn't
that
even gonna
coming.
know.
You didn't even see that coming.
I know I didn't.
See
But I
that?
knew you was gonna pull something like
You
that.
thought
though.
you thought you had
I
it.
knew you was gonna pull something like that.
And
though.
I pulled out
Give
eclectic.
me a better reason of why he looked like he liked pineapple
Oh,
on his
no, I don't
pizza.
need to give better.
Because he looks eclectic.
Eclectic.
The hell kind of answer is that?
It does. Eclectic.
So
you know.
eclectic people look like they like pineapple on their pizza.
Yeah, you know, real complicated, interesting, artsy.
person.
Put some pineapple on your pizza. Instead
fruity.
of pepperoni, put some dead fish and pineapple on it.
Nah,
You like
I ain't putting no
anchovies?
anchovies on no
I don't
pizza.
go that
no.
far, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't regularly.
I like the
have
pineapple
on
and
my pizza,
ham,
but
you know,
I
the
think it's okay
pineapple
sometimes.
ham combo. You know, that's a good
What'd you say?
I like the pineapple ham combo.
What's a ham?
Ham.
Hawaiian
Ham.
pineapple
Oh,
and
ham.
Yeah.
Okay, they said
Yeah.
hands. Like
Yeah.
people's hands. The devil.
Oh, this is
You
a great
cannibal.
question.
You a cannibal spirit?
So we settled that.
I come against that devil.
It's still a debate.
That's
We've
a
never.
devil.
We didn't get to settle once for and for all.
Eating flesh
If pineapple on pizza is acceptable or not.
on your pizza.
Stop. Stop.
God don't want that.
I'm trying to
devil is
stop
alive.
you here. Okay.
Huh? Oh,
Next question.
yes.
If you could bring anyone You love how I have to just say that? I have to say it instead of just trying to do it.
You like, look, this is a show. We're on TV.
We gotta move on.
You dummy.
The show must go on.
Oh, that's
Oh,
funny.
man.
Next question.
Yes.
If you could bring anyone back from the dead and talk to them, who would it be and why? I think I know who this is gonna be, but go ahead. And what would you ask them?
Ooh, that's hard.
Is it?
Can I bring more than one person?
I know you probably do want
Sure.
to bring more than one. Let's start off with the first person that come to mind, and then you can say another one.
I'm not supposed to say my mother, but it's Gardner Taylor. Then Toni Morrison.
Yep. Oh, those were the first two I
Then
thought I
your
was
mama.
gonna hear.
Then my mom.
And then your mama. Sorry, Ma.
Ma, you come back third, okay? But Gardner Taylor, Toni Morrison, mom. Who's your three? Because you can't say any of that because your mom's alive.
I would say my dad.
Okay.
I would say Durst, Juice's little brother, like a little brother to me.
Okay.
And the third would probably be Tupac.
Tupac. You want to
I'm a
talk to Tupac?
huge Tupac fan.
Really?
I thought he was extremely intelligent. I thought he was extremely fearless. And I feel like everything that he did with his life was meant for him. And I want to know.
It certainly wasn't meant for anybody else.
Yeah, but I mean, he did things nobody had ever done too, you know? And
Like what?
I mean, he spoke out against a lot of things that people at that time were afraid to talk about in music and all kind of spaces. He jumped into the film and television medium and
No. I mean,
his thing.
I'm not asking you to give a full-throated
Yeah.
defense of Tupac, but I am questioning your hype about.
But he came from, I think it would be
Answer.
interesting to talk to him because he came from, you know, his parents, you know, the way that he was raised was so different than anybody I've ever been around. And I see the results of that, what he did in just 25 years. Like, he was only 25 years old when he passed. We still talking about him 25 years later. You know what I mean? And he's just as relevant to me and powerful to me. So, you know, for me, that would do a lot to, I think, speak to the person that I plan to be one day and breaking some of those mental barriers that I feel like I may still have that hold me back from the level of fearlessness.
but doesn't
that
it
he had.
strike you as odd that he died such an unnecessary death?
Absolutely.
And that in spite of the fact that they've recently arrested somebody.
And they're
who-
suspecting other people now, which I don't know if you've heard about that in the news lately, but I'm not going to jump into that topic. But there's a big figure right now that is on the hook.
I've heard about that allegedly.
Okay.
But my point is, there's also with him a kind of recklessness.
A little bit.
Well,
A lot of it.
yeah, one that directly precipitated his ultimate demise, which could have been avoided.
He's human.
No, I get that, but even saying that and acknowledging that fact and that truth and its role, it still doesn't undermine
Yeah,
how unnecessary it was.
I agree.
And that sometimes the responsibility of being truly gifted and being a true leader is to protect your light better.
Like you were just saying about David.
Yeah, I mean,
I think a part of what contributes to things like that, like we've talked about before, is the environment. I think he was very much a product of his environment. And, you know, the things that come along with that are sometimes, I'm not going to say they're always out of our control, but to the people that are in it, it feels like it's out of their control.
so, but here's the point I'm making, and I can do this with Gardner Taylor and with Toni Morrison. I think it's important that when you have someone that you really idolize and love, that you are in touch with their vulnerabilities as much as their strengths, because both of those things teach us
Absolutely.
and allow them to have a true and not invented impact on our lives. So you can idolize somebody all you want, but it's also very important, and like Tupac is a great example of that,
Reason why.
is to see how he ended up and why he ended up there, in addition to his greatness,
His greatness, yeah.
and the things that make him special, because he teaches you from death how to avoid
live.
how he died, and that's a good thing. I can do the same thing with Gardner Taylor and Toni Morrison, things about them
Yeah.
that were not so great that I learned.
And I'd like to look at the vulnerability as being a sign of someone's strength. Someone's ability to be vulnerable takes a lot of strength.
But the irony is, no one ever mentions that.
No, it's not popular.
When
to
you
talk
ask
about.
when you ask someone, but what I'm inviting you, me, the audience, everybody to do, when somebody asks you, who's the person you like to bring back from the dead and why, I'm inviting us to say all the great things we love about them, and then to go on and say, and then I'd really like to know why they were so dumb when they did, you know what I'm saying,
This,
X,
that,
Y,
and
and
the
Z. Because I think that's part of the benefit of talking to people who've suffered the ultimate experience or the ultimate consequence.
Yeah, and that's why I would want to talk to him, is because now, after all that's happened, I would love to know his perspective on what he would have did differently.
Well, he would have stayed home that night.
Of course, but I meant as a whole. I'm not talking about just
Should have
that
stayed
night.
home. Should have stayed home. Read books with me, Pac.
Bring it back. On a serious note,
That is kind of
No,
serious.
no, no. On a serious note, though, I want to know what he would have done differently leading up to that point. Not just that night.
Stayed home.
Not, Doc, you're missing what I'm getting at.
Maybe, but he should have stayed home.
All of the recklessness that you speak of, the things that didn't speak to the greater parts of Tupac. I want to know what he would have done differently, because that would help me understand in real time what I would do differently about the things right now that I don't like as the best parts of myself. And that's the kind of stuff that I want to learn about life and the ultimate experience. And when it's all said and done, what am I going to want to change? Because that's what I'm in the process of having the opportunity to change right now. It's going to be too late when it's over.
You know what I would say to that? Stay home.
Stay home and read a book. All right.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's a lot of talking going on,
Whole lot of gang
but
stuff.
we pull it together just for you. What do you? So we have our headphones on. That means
You know
we
what
have a
that
video.
means? Technology time.
Play the video, Aaron.
Roll the clip. It's so true. I wish it wasn't staged and they tried it in real environments. That's the only thing I would have on that one.
You know, my knees hurt, so.
Just watching that made you
No,
sore.
I'm just saying, if I see black people running, my first is to think, okay, what's going on?
Who can carry me?
Right. And then I have to decide, do I need to run?
Do I need to run or not? Because you don't have to. When's the last time you sprinted full speed?
19.
And I ask that because it's funny as hell, because most people, it's something that's been going around the internet recently, like, as a grown man or woman, when's the last time you sprinted full speed? And I thought to myself, it's been starting to get a little longer in between now.
Listen, I live my life so well that I don't have to run from nothing or to nothing.
Hey, man, look,
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that.
I'm Dr. Sean.
That's the goal.
I take my
saunter.
time. Exactly.
The goal is to be able to live your life at your
saunter.
pace.
I swag my way there.
You do it at your own pace.
I look at people running thinking, what the hell you running,
Running for.
Just better slow down.
Has there ever been a situation where you just ran without question, without having to figure out why people was running?
Oh, I'm sure when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
Man, I got in trouble for it a couple times too.
Yeah.
My mom made me come back after I ran once and apologize to a police officer for running. Can you believe that? And I'm not gonna say that.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't do that to yourself.
You like how I caught myself there? That was a good
Which
job.
is a rare.
I'll give myself like an 8.5 on that one.
I would too.
That was pretty good. I stopped myself from saying some incriminating things. We got one more video. You ready?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
You love
Stop
the
myself from
videos,
getting in more
Tyler.
trouble. Look, I'm gonna use the video to bail myself out. You know what my mom said to do when I had those moments where you see me drifting?
What?
She said, just throw it to commercial. I said, Ma, I can't just.
How many commercials you
How you
think
think
possibly have? Love your mother. We'd have about 47 commercials. And that would be the first 15 minutes.
She said, when it happens, just go to commercial or plug your book. I'm gonna
your
just start
book.
mentioning my book. Look, as soon as you see me thinking, so I got an ebook.
You probably won't even remember to do that.
You're welcome.
Man.
Absolutely not. That's the whole problem in itself, is that I'm not consciously thinking when it happens.
Just go to commercial.
Just go to commercial. Look, if I just snapped out of it and went to commercial, how confused would I
I would be like, what is going on?
Doc would get up and leave. He'd be like, I'm not doing this
I
with
don't
him
know what's
anymore.
going on. All right, let's watch this video.
Let's go. Halloween's around the corner, people.
Happy Halloween. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, bro. Happy Halloween on the other side. Bro, you're lying. Here you go. Thanks. You're welcome, dude.
Hey, is it cool if we grab like another candy?
Oh yeah, go ahead, bro. Happy Halloween to you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you,
God is good.
you can have another one if you want. Yeah. You're welcome, guys.
Bro, this is the closest encounter to an angel I've ever had.
You're welcome.
Have you been like just sitting in this toilet all damn day, just waiting?
I got here after you, bro.
There's someone at the urinal. You should offer him some.
Oh, really? Is there someone? You want some candy, bro? Happy Halloween. You don't want none? Oh, all right. Have a good rest of your.
I don't expect you to have any thoughts on that whatsoever, but you answered the question, and this is funny. Tyler knew that he wouldn't be able to imagine how you would react to that.
That's good.
I could imagine, and it's pretty on par. But yeah, I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Not right now. Not for that.
The good part is that you finally learned when to yield.
It's like heal.
It's
I'm
like,
a puppy.
you know what?
Remember that.
There's no fixing this.
I need words. We gotta have code words for when.
Oh, let me take this. I
Yeah.
can't stand these things.
Speaking of dogs, though,
What about them?
it's because we're just gonna move on from that story because we're working on not having an opinion on everything just because it's on the screen.
There you see.
Who
There
do I
you
sound
go.
like? Who I sound
All
like?
right. A wise man.
And we're gonna go into this last story. This fella.
Hey, I got a McMillan Morrow tag. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Follow McMillan Morrow on your socials, people.
Yeah, do that. Too.
Instagram. What are we on?
TikTok.
We on TikTok?
I think so.
We're on TikTok. We're on all the
TikTok,
platforms.
Instagram. And you don't even follow us on
Minus
TikTok.
Twitter.
And you be on
Actually,
TikTok
no, we're on
every
Twitter.
day.
We're on the tick and the
Look how
talk.
surprised he is to know that we're actually on there.
I didn't know we were on TikTok. I'm okay.
He's actually surprised. Yeah, so
I didn't know
shows
that.
you how involved he is with that. But
Follow us, people,
follow us. YouTube.
and Rich always responds.
I'm not gonna go always, but most of the time I'm
Yes,
gonna respond.
he's very good at that.
Yeah, depend on what you say. Don't come in going crazy. All right, last story. I'm not reading the headline. According to Sky News in the UK, a one-woman performer, that's a tongue twister, a one-woman performer at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival gained significant attention and support after she posted a tearful selfie on social media when only one person attended her show, Sunsets. Her post garnered an outpouring of support from fellow performers, celebrities, and the public, and as a result, her show saw a near sellout crowd for the next performance, and it also appears to have sold out for the following day.
Oh,
Yeah, so she expressed her amazement at the overwhelming support and said she would use it as a boost of encouragement for herself, as she should. And fellow performers and audience members praised her professionalism and bravery for it.
well, did they praise the actual show?
That's what I was going to ask. But no, it doesn't say anything about
Okay,
it.
well then that's a problem.
But I'm sure that she got support while they were. I highly doubt people went in there and just.
I mean,
had sad
support
faces.
is one thing because we have a certain empathy, sympathy, or pity for you. Actually, being good at what you do
It's a different story.
is a different story. I think the story is great, but I would hope that people would have said, why weren't there more people here originally? This was a great show. This was a good show.
It makes me think of like GoFundMe pages. When somebody puts up a GoFundMe and say it's because they lost their job or something like that, and you know they're going through some stuff. What if they were just bad at their job? You know, I never really thought of it that way, but you brought that to my attention. Like sometimes probably they took maybe their job. lost their job
Maybe
because
they should have been fired.
weren't doing their job. There's plenty of people that I deal with every day that I know and can see hate their job and they're not doing it well. And I'm like,
And so in the case of this woman,
it's different.
well, I'm saying maybe there's a reason nobody was coming.
Or she could have just been starting. What if she only been performing for 2 weeks?
Well, there's a lot
She
we
ain't
don't
got
know.
no damn platform yet.
There's,
You know?
there's a lot we don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors.
But I'm glad people showed up for her.
Me too. And
I'm
as
just
a
saying, I don't
performer,
think she should take it too far.
too personal.
Like
Yeah.
this is a confirmation of my
Take it with a
greatness.
grain of salt. Yeah.
It's not a confirmation of your greatness.
But she
It's-
did say she would take it as encouragement, which I think is the right thing to do. A boost of encouragement.
Unless she should be discouraged.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, well, she was amazed at the overwhelming support. So, I mean, hey, it did some good for her. She's
No,
getting
it's-
praised for her professionalism and bravery. So at least she was professional, it sounds like they're saying.
See, that's the part that worried me. Professionalism and bravery?
That has nothing to do with the actual
Performance.
quality of performance.
I don't know. But I'm happy she
Got her
was not
flowers.
cast aside
Yeah, got some flowers.
by the mean-spiritedness of people.
So if I cried on camera,
Mm-hmm.
do you think I could get more people to watch our show?
If you cried and took your shirt off,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's mixed signals.
Should I make myself cry real quick?
Listen, we need the viewers. Go right ahead. What about
You sure?
do I need to slap you or poke you in the eye or something?
No, I can cry.
You can make yourself cry on the spot?
Yeah, I'm about to right now.
Are you serious?
Why are you doing it?
Let's watch this.
Oh, this is-
You can make it.
you got tears.
I told you.
That's amazing.
He can make himself cry. How the hell do you do that?
What are you tapping
I'm an
into?
actor.
Look at you. You're crying.
I can let it fall, slowly.
Damn.
Oh my God.
That's
That's astounding.
that spooks me
Y'all
out.
thought I was just playing when I said I was an actor.
Isn't
huh?
that spooky?
I gotta get out of it now though, because now I'm getting emotional, and I don't want to be emotional. I'm trying to come back.
So
Do you have like a thought you go to?
yeah. Well, how did you do that?
I think I'm more familiar with the feeling now than anything, but I usually have a couple of things that I can go to. You know what's crazy? One of the things that can make me cry is just thinking about myself and my life and some of the tougher moments I've had.
And that makes you
Sometimes I think of other people that I know are dealing with tough things. Sometimes I think about people I love and how much I love them and how much I haven't been able to show them how much I love them yet.
So in this moment, what did you think about?
I thought about this woman.
Really?
I thought about what it would feel like
He's
to
an angel.
be at a place where you feel like you have to post a selfie because you don't have enough support in your life.
Oh, now you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But does it count as support if only one person showed up after a disappointing video?
Yeah, that is support.
It is support.
It may not be the support you wanted,
But they lifted her up.
but let me tell you something. Don't underestimate the power of what you have because of how you feel about it.
That's going to be on the bottom of the screen.
Don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that one person may be genuine support and more supportive than all the people who
The
showed
millions
up
that, are
because they
faking
felt
it.
sorry for you.
Or because it's popular.
Somebody came because they genuinely wanted to see you. So the question is, would you rather have one person who genuinely wanted to see you or 1,000 people who just showed up because it was popular or they felt sorry for you?
I'd rather have one genuine supporter.
Listen, I think I would too.
I would.
So-
So how much of our behavior do you feel is proactive as opposed to reactive in these kinds of situations?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean.
I'm not either. Tyler asked that question.
Like,
Tyler asked that question, but I'm trying to think of another way that I could put it. Do you think that we get these kinds of things solely because people are reacting to what she did? Or do you believe that if someone was aware of this situation without her posting a selfie, that people would have come to her rescue the same way?
well, if she hadn't posted it, no one
would have known.
would have known that they should come to her rescue. A part of being rescued is letting people know you're in trouble.
Which is a huge point in all of this.
Remember that, beloved.
Her vulnerability brought it
A
there.
part of people helping you is letting people know you need help. A lot of times people don't open their mouths and they drown in silence
Here
and
we
they
go.
die when they didn't have to.
Here we go.
So don't ever be so whatever, proud, whatever it is,
Prideful,
that you, and then you don't, see when you don't tell anybody, then you can't get mad when people don't help.
That used to be my problem.
Believe me, I know.
Stop.
Right?
We're not going there.
But do I not know?
You do know.
Just because you don't say nothing.
People
So
suffer in silence because sometimes it's easier to suffer in silence. But that's what I also give credit to people that have the ability to be vulnerable for, because it's a brave thing to do. It really is. It's not easy telling people.
But there's a fine line, though.
You know, it is because you can be seeking.
Right, seeking attention. There's a fine line between letting people know what's going on so that the people who are in your life to help you can help you, and just loving the attention.
And taking advantage of it.
Right, and relishing in the fact that you are the center of all things, as it were. So there's a fine line. But I think, the point that I'm making that I think is good for everybody to follow is when you're going through it, let people know.
Yeah.
Because some people were assigned to this moment in your life. They didn't come for the party. They didn't come for for the awards.
You are not
They
lying.
came for this moment right here.
Because they knew that you were going to need them one day.
Exactly.
And they was going to show
Now,
up.
are you really crying, or is this?
I'm not crying no more. I was almost there for a second. I
Yeah,
thought about
I'm
ending
about
the
to
show.
say.
I thought about ending the show like, all right, I'm going to drop a tear for y'all, but I don't care to do that anymore.
See, now-
y'all
now-
see I can do it, though.
Now I don't know when it's real. Aaron, do you know when it's real?
Energy is real. You can feel me.
Not when you can just pull it out your toe like that. Like you really went into the whole
It was
thing.
like fast, too.
Are we done
We are.
with the whole thing?
We are.
All right, people. Guess what? We've concluded another episode. We'll see you next time. And
You know what's crazy? We just concluded season 2.
yes, we did.
Tomorrow.
Yes, we did. See you in season 3, hopefully.
We gonna be back. Don't
Take
you
care.
worry.
The content on McMillan and Morrow is provided as commentary on news and current events for entertainment purposes.
Hey, everybody on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, make sure you like and comment and share, because we got to spread the joy, people. That's how it goes. See you next time.